Once upon a time, in the tiny Himalayan kingdom of Bhutan, often called the happiest country in the world, a young prince made a promise to a girl and kept it for 14 years. His name is Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuck. Today, he is known as the world's youngest and most handsome king. But back then, he was just a 17-year-old crown prince on a school trip. One sunny day, while enjoying a picnic with friends, young Prince Jigme met a curious little girl named Jetsun Pema. She was only 7 years old, but she walked right up to him and said something surprising. "Can I come with you?" The prince chuckled. "Why do you want to come with me? Shouldn't you be playing with your friends?" Little Jetsun smiled and said, "Because I like you." The prince knelt down and looked into her eyes. "You're very special. If one day we meet again when you've grown up, and I don't have a girlfriend, and you don't have a boyfriend, and if you still feel the same way about me, then, I promise, I will marry you." No one knew then that this sweet little moment would become the start of a royal love story. Years passed. Prince Jigme grew into a wise, kind-hearted leader. He studied at Oxford and Boston University, and later became Bhutan's 5th king. Yet through it all, he remained single. Jetsun Pema also grew up. She was smart, graceful, and loved art and basketball. She studied in India and the UK, spoke fluent English and Hindi. And despite her noble family background, she always saw herself as a simple girl. Then, as fate would have it, they met again. They were both grown up now. And just like the prince had promised, he hadn't forgotten her. Neither of them were in relationships. Their feelings hadn't changed. And this time, it was real. In 2011, King Jigme announced to the world that he was marrying Jetsun Pema. "She is the one," he said. "I don't know what my people think of her, but for me, she is the only one." Their wedding took place in a 17th century monastery, surrounded by mountains, monks, and traditional music. The king wore a golden robe, the queen a beautiful red and gold kira. The entire country celebrated with joy. But there was something even more incredible about this marriage. Bhutan had long practiced polygamy. Even King Jigme's father had 4 wives. But King Jigme changed the law. He made Bhutan a monogamous country, saying, "One heart, one love. I will only love one woman in my life." That woman was Jetsun Pema. Of course, even in fairy tales, challenges appear. After their marriage, rumors surfaced, stories of the king's past relationships, even one with Jetsun Pema's cousin. Tabloids speculated. Some questioned, was this truly a love story, or just a royal performance? Through it all, Queen Jetsun remained calm and graceful. At only 21 years old, she had to face media gossip, palace pressure, and the expectations of an entire nation. But love, it seems, is not about perfection. It's about persistence. In 2016, their first son, Prince Jigme Namgyel, was born. To celebrate, the king had 108,000 trees planted across the country. Later, in 2020, their second son arrived. And in 2023, a baby daughter completed their family. Even while pregnant, Queen Jetsun walked mountain paths with the king to visit remote villages, showing the people that royalty still walks beside them. Today, their story continues. Their son, the young crown prince, is already beginning to take part in royal duties. Queen Jetsun, now 35, remains one of the most beloved and elegant royals in the world, often called the Kate Middleton of the Himalayas. And though whispers and doubts may linger in some corners, one thing remains certain. The king and queen of Bhutan have built a life on love, trust, and a promise made under the Himalayan sky. A promise that began when a little girl said, "I like you." And a young prince replied, "Then I'll wait for you." Here, tradition is not just respected, it's a part of daily life. In fact, by royal command, all Bhutanese people wear their national dress when they go to school, to work, or to visit temples and government offices. Let's start with the men. Bhutanese men wear a robe called the go. It looks like a knee-length coat, with wide sleeves and a belt around the waist. The neckline crosses over to the right, a design known as right lapel closure, and it creates a pouch at the chest. Now, in ancient times, men would keep small knives, coins, or sacred items in that pouch. Today, it's where they keep their phone and wallet. And what about the women? Bhutanese women wear a beautiful, colorful outfit called the kira. It's a long hand-woven skirt paired with a blouse and a short jacket. The patterns are often so detailed, they take weeks or even months to make. And yes, many girls learn how to weave their own. But that's not all. In official or formal events, people wear special scarves called Kabney for men and Rachu for women. These scarves aren't just for style, they show your social rank. A saffron yellow Kabney? That's only for the king or the chief monk. An orange one? That belongs to ministers or high-ranking government officials. Red scarves are worn by royal family members or top civil servants. And guess what? Even common citizens can earn a red Kabney, but only if they've made a big contribution to the country. Let's look into the story of one special royal, Princess Euphelma Choden Wangchuck. A princess known not just for her beauty, but for her brains, her elegance, and her heart for helping others. On June 6th, Princess Euphelma celebrated her 32nd birthday. And if you've ever seen her in public, one thing is clear, she is always one of the best-dressed royals. From traditional silk robes to hand-woven scarves, Euphelma carries Bhutan's royal heritage with pride and style. But behind the royal fashion is a fascinating family story. Euphelma is the youngest daughter of Bhutan's former king, Jigme Wangchuck, who had 4 wives. All 4 queens are sisters. That means Euphelma and her royal siblings are not just brothers and sisters, they're also cousins. Her half-brother is the current king of Bhutan, Jigme Khesar, Namgyel Wangchuck, who famously married the beloved queen Jetsun Pema. In 2020, Princess Euphelma married Dasho Thinley Norbu, a royal pilot and the younger brother of Queen Jetsun Pema. That means Euphelma's husband is also the queen's brother. And the king's brother-in-law became his brother-in-law again through marriage. Confused? Let's put it simply. The princess married her sister-in-law's brother. A perfect match, straight out of a royal family photo album. But this wasn't just a political marriage, it was a relationship built on shared values. Princess Euphelma and Dasho Thinley first met through their siblings, then slowly got to know each other through their charity work. They both volunteered at Bhutan's social welfare programs and bonded over a shared passion for helping others. Princess Euphelma studied sociology at Georgetown University in the United States, and she later became the president of Bhutan's Paralympic Committee, supporting athletes with disabilities. Her husband, Dasho Thinley, is no ordinary royal either. He's a trained commercial pilot who followed in his father's footsteps at Bhutan's national airline. Born in 1992, just a year older than Euphelma, he also studied in India, before joining Royal Bhutan Airlines in 2019. Their wedding was simple, elegant, and deeply rooted in tradition. Both bride and groom wore traditional Bhutanese attire. No extravagant European-style ballrooms, no golden thrones. Just love, tradition, and the blessings of their royal family. And yes, since then, the princess and her sister-in-law, Queen Jetsun, Pema, have often been seen side by side at royal events. Recently, they even attended the Jordanian crown prince's royal wedding together, stunning onlookers with their elegant matching outfits. In fact, Princess Euphelma is now recognized as one of the best-dressed royals in Asia. Her flawless presentation of Bhutanese fashion, from the kira to the Rachu, has made her a cultural icon.
Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Share it, because some stories are meant to be discovered together. And stay curious, I'll see you in the next chapter.